Taehyung's point of view. It has been nearly 12 hours, but there was no improvement in her condition. Doctor make checkups on her more than 3 times in these hours. It is 8 in the morning, and my mom just called me to ask about her condition. I tried to comfort her and said, Everything will be good. But she didn't buy my words, and now she is coming here. Well, I can't stop her from coming here. Even though for world my wife is just daughter-in-law, but I have saw how much important she is to my mother and my dad. I can bet they will trade their own life for her. Well, it is good mom will come here. I here to accompany her because I have to do certain things. It remind me something, so I took my phone out from my pocket and searched for the news. A smile formed on my lips when I saw the news which I was looking for. Famous businessman Lee Jo-min's company was suspecting for doing illegal import and export business with some illegal business group, and their daughter Lee Sana was arrested today for some serious crime charge. Police did not give any information about the charges. Reporter was outside of the Lee mansion while giving all this information but the current affairs of Lee family. I closed my phone because I was not interested in the rest of the story made by news reporters by themselves to make their news more interesting. Well, I must say, Jimin has done a great job. Now it is a matter of time when Lee Group will be bankrupted. I open my phone again and search the stock market and as I said, Lee Group's stock was falling rapidly. Well, someone will say I was cruel by doing this thing to them when I, it was just their daughter's mistake. But what their daughter did is the result of their upbringing. If they had taught their daughter what is right and what is wrong, then this might have not happened. And let me clear this thing. We didn't trap them in false accusation. What we did was to make people and police know their under the table business. So this is the result of their own doing. Well, let the police do their work, which I'm sure Uncle Park will handle properly without asking him. Nearly an hour later, mom and dad came. Mom has also bought some clothes and food for me. I took the clothes and went inside the bathroom of the ward. It is VIP ward, so it has a quite good facility. So there was decent size of bathroom. After changing my clothes, I came out and saw Jimin and Rose also had came. I didn't want to eat anything but my mom insists, so I eat my food. Then along with Jimin we went out from the hospital. I sat on the passenger seat of Jimin's car. Maybe some of you might remember last night we came here in his car. So mine was not here. I was looking outside in my own thoughts when Jimin spoke. Well, what you had said last night is done. The family became reunions. But something interesting happened. I raised my eyebrows on him and on his words. What happened? I asked. When Mr. Lee comes to know about their daughter's doing, he directly went to the Choi mansion to ask Mr. Choi to plead for his daughter in front of you. And guess what? Your so called father in law agreed on this. Jimin said with bitter smile on his face and spoke, what a great father your wife have. He didn't call to know how his daughter is. Was she highly injured? But he is already waiting in your office to plead for the person who injured his daughter. I also feel the same way, which make my blood boil and my anger got new flames. Now I am most determined to make them suffer. So my so-called father-in-law is at our office. I asked Jimin. Well, Jungkook called when I was in the way of hospital. He told me that Choi Wooden was at the reception asking about your whereabouts. He have let him inside. Now he's waiting for you. Jimin told me in detailed manner. I looked outside and said, well, let's go to meet my father in law for the first time. With that, we drove to our office. Today, I have to make something clear with Choi family. They have done enough damage to her. Now, I will stand between them and my wife. I might not love her, even she is just a stranger to me, but still, she is my wife. As much as I try to deny it, but she is. We reached at the office, me and Jim, and we both went on our floor, on my floor to meet my important guest. I entered my office and Jungkook and Mr. Choi both were sitting in the lounge area of my office. We, well, if you ask me, I will say this person doesn't deserve to sit in my company, let alone in my office. I walked towards my chair and sat down. I didn't greet him or said anything to him. Well, he has come here, so he should talk to me. Jimin went on the side sofa. Mr. Choi stood up from his seat and walked towards my desk and sat in front of my chair. Good morning, son. How are you? Mr. Choi tried to make small talks to me, but he irritated me by calling me son. So I said coldly, Mr. Choi, your surname is Choi and mine is Kim. So how come I am your son? So l- it will be better if you not call me by this name again. I know what I said. Embarrass him, but I didn't give any heed to his embarrassment. To get to the point, why are you here? Don't waste my time with your nonsense, I said again because I really don't want him in front of me for longer time. He looked towards me with red eyes. Maybe he got angry with my insults. Well, I came here to know about the small incident of and Sana today. Sana, that girl is very good child and whatever happened last night was was a total misunderstanding between them. She had told his father it was who provoked her first. Well, I didn't want to say it as a father, but when I know my daughter is wrong, I have to make things right. It is nature. She always tried to make things difficult for Urim and her friends. I always try to make her understand that they both are sisters, so she should form a good bond between them. But she always take Urim as the person who stole her mother. Maybe yesterday what she did was to take your attention towards her and show my Urim by this how much you like her and think you got and I think you got fooled by her and look what you did to that family. I saw the performance of my father-in-law in front of me. If I was not the aware of whole story, then I might have agreed with him, but that is the level of his performance. But unfortunately, this performance of his didn't make me happy, but boy, my blood due to anger, he really have guts to say all this in front of me about my own wife. I can bet he didn't even know my wife was badly injured by their so called humble Sana. What he want is to play with me, so let me also play with him. So you mean my wife is just faking it? The Sana didn't did anything to her. I asked him, on which he eagerly nodded his head. So you mean that my wife, who is in critical condition in hospital, while doctors are trying to save her life by all means, is just faking it? Hmm? I asked him in that tune, which made him stun. Well, as expected, he didn't have any actual idea of whole incident, but still tried to frame my wife like this. I didn't stop talking here and said again. And the most importantly, what I saw last night, was it also her plan to take my attention? Well, I didn't know my wife liked to put her life in danger just to get my attention. His face showed shocked and he asked, "What? Is in a hospital?" I got fed up with his pretentious behavior and said to him, "Well, Mr. Choi, stop pretending like you care about my wife. We both know how do you feel about her, so let me get to the point directly. That so good humble Sana had badly injured my wife, and I am going to take action against her. Your pleading will not change my mind, so stop doing that. And one more thing, whatever you have done before with my wife, I will give you back with interest. If you were good to her, then expect prosperity of your life, family. But if I got to know about a single bad thing you have done to my wife, then be prepared for the downfall of Choi family. There is saying what the person sow he will reap it. Now it's your time of reaping your doing.